Welcome to a new video here on the Giant Take YouTube channel. I am Josh and I am joined by my co-host Alex, and we're going to be talking about Kerby Joseph, a guy that not many, or maybe a few, will know of. He's a safety out of Illinois, and he is a guy that is projected to go day 2 in this NFL draft. Well, maybe even day 3 if he slips. So we're going to be talking a little bit about him. And I guess we can just go right into it. I'll give you a little bio, and then Alex can do the rest. Kerby Joseph was a two-way player at high school, and in doing so had 4 interceptions, 7 tackles for loss, plus 5 touchdown receptions as a senior. He was a 3-star recruit who ultimately joined Illinois after receiving offers from Mississippi State, Syracuse, USF, and FAU. After playing sparingly as a freshman, Joseph had an impact as a sophomore, where he played 12 games and started 2 at safety, having a bad day, and logged 17 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 3 PBUs on the season. In 2020, his season was limited as he played only 69 snaps. However, in 2021, in his second junior year, he exploded on the scene, had 716 snaps, and chalked up about 57 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, a sack, 5 interceptions, 2 pass breakups, 3 forced recoveries, and a 66.2 QB rating when targeted. And at the end of the season, he was he was awarded an All Big Ten first team spot, an AP All Big Ten first team selection, and a PFF All American second team place, and also a PFF All Big Ten second team selection. With that, I give it to my co-host, Alex.
So I came across this guy doing some mock draft research for our 7-round mock draft. He was in our actual the 3.0 he was in, I believe. Yes, the 3.0 7-round mock draft he was in. So go check that out. But when I took a look at him, as you know, I go through when I look at these players, I'm like, oh, let's see who's available. And I do some research into them. And he's just a guy who just popped off to me on film. And I'll get to that in a second. You're probably wondering, what did he do at the combine? So he only participated in a couple of activities. He did the bench press, which he put up 18 reps. He did the vertical jump, which he put up 38 and a half inches. And the broad jump, which he did 123 inches, or about 11 feet, that is, right? 12. I think that's 11 feet-ish. And then his measurables from the combine, math's, not the Giant Take strong suit. Measurables, 6'1", he measured up, 203 pounds, 33-inch arms, and 10 and a quarter inch hands. So pretty good size, solid size for a safety. And I think, there's nothing bad that strikes out from any of the things I just read.
10 feet and 3 inches.
10 feet and 3 inches. Oh, it's 11, not 12. All right. Sorry, everyone. Yes, it's closer to 10 feet. All right. Anyway.
Did you say it's 11, not 12? There's 12 inches in a foot. You got it right the first time.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I originally, for some reason, thought there was 11 inches in a foot. That's why I miscalculated it. Don't worry about it. My math's not what's on show here. It's my knowledge of Kerby Joseph. Okay. Moving on. So I kind of wrote down some notes when I watched him on film. I read some, scouting reports from other people who I guess are, if you want to say, more professional than me. And this is kind of what I've come up with for Kerby Joseph. In terms of how he plays in the box, he's really good in run defense. He's able to make the tackles. He's a solid tackler. And, he always does the job. He's maybe not spectacular, but he's always been solid in run defense. In coverage is where he excels. He has great instincts. He's obviously a ball hawk. He had 5 interceptions, like Josh mentioned earlier, this past season, and some of them were very impressive interceptions and truly extravagant plays that he made. Some great pass breakups, and as you mentioned, 66.2 QB rating when targeted. That's something that's not very good for quarterbacks playing against him. He played very well in the Senior Bowl in terms of, he showed some of that pass breakup ability. He had a really good play at the Senior Bowl, actually, where he kind of dove and broke up a pass in kind of man coverage, actually, so that even showing his flexibility there. And so really when you look at Kerby Joseph and what he does well, he's a ball hawk. and he's just really got great instincts. It's his instincts and his ball skills that really stand out as a safety, which is really impressive and obviously important for a safety. He's physical, and he's extremely successful as a blitzer. That's something you see in his tape a lot. He's sent in blitz packages quite often, and a lot of the times he's very successful and gets to the quarterback. Maybe doesn't get the sacks. He got only 1 sack in 2021, but he does get quite a few pressures on the QB and makes the QB rush a little bit. So that's always important. You're not really expecting big sack numbers from your safety unless you're Jamal Adams. In terms of what he doesn't exactly do well, while he's physical, he doesn't exactly have the best strength. Obviously, only 18 reps on the bench, not great, not terrible for a safety his size, but his strength, he does need to bulk up a little bit at the NFL level. And then another thing that Josh referenced already, he only had 1 breakout season, and that's certainly concerning. There's lots of guys who kind of have been one-year wonders in their final year before declaring for the draft, and then ended up not being very good at the NFL level. I don't think Kerby Joseph is that kind of guy. I think he is going to be really good in the NFL, and I think he, with his opportunity in 2021, he just didn't get the opportunities earlier in his college career, and I think that's really what happened there. With his size and his man abilities, I think you could see him in the slot. You could even see him on the outside in a crunch. For Giants fans, he reminds me a lot of Julian Love in the way he is flexible, can play corner, is solid in man coverage, but I think he actually has a lot more upside. He's a guy who hasn't really played the safety position. Obviously, he was a two-way player in high school, mainly focused as a wide receiver, and really just started playing safety in college. And I think you really get a really high upside player that you could really develop into a superstar on defense, a really do-it-all safety. And I really like, what he brings to the table. And in my mock draft, I had the Giants selecting him 67th overall in the early 3rd round.
All right, and with that, let's go to the grades. So if you're new to this, we choose different categories based on the position of whatever the player is. If you're new to this, then check out the rankings we have done where we've done this similar grade system that can be found in our playlist. So for right now, we graded him on coverage, instincts, athleticism, and tackling. So for Kerby Joseph, his grades are coverage, an 8 out of 10, instincts, an 8, athleticism, 6, tackling, 7, which then came out to a total of 7.2. And we project that he will go early in the 2nd round, although teams could sleep on him and he could drop even further. But we'll have to wait and see. Until then, for right now, thank you so much for watching this video. You can drop a like, subscribe down below. You can check out all the links to check out a lot our stuff out. So yeah, just in the description we have all our links there. Listen to the Giant Take podcast. But for again, that right now I'm repeating myself way too many times. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.